on away. Time to leave Monaco. Get out of the maze that is Monaco. It's so nice to be parking in a different area, change of scenery. It was definitely needed. Parked up there last night, walked all the way back along here, past the Grimaldi Forum, all the way around the harbour. And there's a bar the other side that we stayed at. Not stayed at, just went to. That was quite nice. Lovely little evening in Monaco. Although it certainly notices on the bank account it's expensive in Monaco. Cruise our way up to Dieppe, cross over to Newhaven and do the delivery. I found out the reason why we're doing that, and that's because Operation Brock is in full effect. Yeah, Dover-Calais at the moment is a bit of a mare. Traffic, queues and queues of trucks. It's taking forever, so take the slightly oddball route and go Dieppe, Newhaven. It's straight through, it's clear. No one seems to be having any problems on that route. Back past Grimaldi Forum, they all seem to be done and dusted. We came back past here from the bar, what, 9 o'clock in the evening, and they were still loading trucks. What is this? That's a massive problem. Is there something on the other side? Yeah.
Vas-y, vas-y.
Oh, that was a nightmare. I've now got to wait for him to get round for like 2 years. Oh, they've opened the gate. Oh, nice. Now he's got in, so he should get round no problem now. Just what you want right at the exit. It's a right traffic jam trying to get into Monaco. It goes all the way back to the motorway by the looks of it. Lots of trucks in that queue as well, so I don't know what's being delivered or done, but something's going on. Lots of dump trucks like that. Oh, look at that, they're holding the traffic back there. That busy. But once we're down the bottom, speed picks up, wiggle around Nice, work our way past Cannes, and then it opens up into like full-blown motorway. And then we're just cruising until Dieppe, basically. Easy as. pull in here for a cheeky fuel stop and drive for another hour or so to get towards Lyon. Where do I want to go? In the middle, I think. They've got a little card machine as well. Perfect. Number 10. Somewhere around there's the fuel cap. Cool. Easy. Fill up. Stopped for a bit of a longer break in the end, so I've had a full 45 minutes. But I really don't like stopping where I've filled up. I'd rather go on up the road and then stop. But he wanted to stop here, so we have. But we've agreed where we're going to stop, so if we end up splitting up, we're just going to head to the services and we'll see each other there. So this is it in theory, and my guy still doesn't know whether there's a weight limit thing around Lyon and what way to go. I'm going to assume that if there's a weight limit going south, then there's going to be one going north. So just follow the signs. More than likely back onto the back onto the A46 and around Lyon that way. Very near Lyon, and here's a sign. Yes, as I suspected. So it's the Rhone on the left. The guy says he's sure he's gone straight on through Lyon a couple of times before, but I don't see why you'd have a 7.5 ton going south and then not one going north. But as was evidenced by that sign, there is a 7.5 ton weight limit going north. And so we will be peeling off onto the A46. I assume this is the one that he's on about. So I'm going to pull in here, see if he follows and then confirm it with him. There's the parking off to the right, but how do I get to it? We'll see which bit he likes the look of most, because he's been here more than I have. Which is the best bit for parking? Where do you normally put it? This'll do, yeah?
Yeah. Bit of a no-brainer, wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
46. But this fucking sat-nav of mine, the trouble is with it,
Yeah.
what it would do is if you shot down that 46, which was a no-brainer,
Yeah, okay.
it would start telling you to go back into Lyon because it's 2 foot cheaper. Well, that's shorter, so, but you didn't need that, you could just follow your fucking nose. I'll drop it back so I'm not in your face.
Yeah, okie doke.
And yeah, this is as good as anywhere, I think. Yeah.
Okie doke. Cool. Here will do then. But that is it for today. A nice easy day tomorrow. So I'll see you probably in daylight like this. How much battery? 70% on the dash, but the old battery low warning was coming on. I do know from the last time the batteries will run down quite a bit. It took about 2 weeks for them to get back up to properly charged. So that indicator's not super duper accurate. Again, the super tight corners, why? Ooh, there's the old circus thing. 1, 2, 3, 4 trailers. Wow, okay. I've seen 3 before, I haven't seen 4. On to the road we go. Another nice, easy, cruisy day. It's about 6 hours to get to just the other side of Paris, which is probably about as far as we want to go. You don't want to get too close to the ports, because then you start coming across more and more people. Here we go. I think this might be it. He's going quite slow. It didn't take too long to catch up. A caravan at the back. A 3-axle trailer. hooked up to another 3-axle trailer, 2-axle trailer, Arctic, and then tractor unit up front. I've never seen 4 trailers being pulled except in Australia. And we've got another one up front as well. At least 3, maybe 4 for him as well. What do we got here? A little trailer at the back. 3-axle trailer, 3-axle trailer. Oh, rigid up front, okay. There's only got 3 trailers on. Last one. What do we got here? Car transporter, 3-axle trailer, 3-axle trailer, 2-axle Arctic trailer, and then the unit up front. So that's 4 trailers as well. That looks quite new for a circus truck. Yeah, it's a Euro 6 Merc. So what gets me is they're allowed to pull multiple trailers, and it's the same in the UK. You'll see them pulling 2 trailers at least. And they usually drive into the middle of towns as well. And you'll get people that bang on and moan, oh no, we can't have B doubles or the longer wagon drags, they're too dangerous. Oh. But you get the circus guys pulling multiple trailers going into the middle of towns. So it can be done. So why not do it? Dicker here then, and wait for the other guy to turn up. That's pretty much all I can do. I might give him a ring and see how far behind he is, because I did not slow down and wait for him at all today. He says your truck's faster than mine, just go for it, you get where you get and I'll catch up. So it'll be interesting to see how long it is how far behind he's fallen in 2 hours and 20 minutes. What's that? 7 minutes, not bad. So in almost 2.5 hours he's lost about 7 miles, is that? So you can see the A6 gets a bit weird here, because the A6 and the A10 join together, and then it like runs as 2 separate motorways together. One's called the A6A, one's called the A6B. So the A's in the middle, just goes straight into Paris, and the A6B goes on the outside. That's the way you go if you want to get on one of the intermediary steps, which is what we do. So we want the A86. So when the option presents itself, I'll be turning off to the right onto the A6B. So now you've essentially got 4 motorways. This one, B, that's the North A, and then you've got the A South, and then the very furthest over is the B South, which is the way we came down. Rouen to the left. We'll have to start moving over then, aren't we? That's that same weird setup. We've got to go all the way out to the far lane. Where's my guy? Is he following? Yeah, he's gone in the right lane. Just got to find whatever the first services is now. First services is. It's a mouthful. Air de Moranvilliers. The first signs. Oh, there's been a few signs saying for that one. It's the first one that looks like a proper services. I'll give this one a go and make a decision from here. It's a bit busy. I think there are spaces though. That guy's blocking off quite a number of them, usefully. I'll come right down to the very front, why not? Give ourselves the easiest option to get out, a nice wide lane. From here, it's about 3 hours to Dieppe, roughly. A few bits of off-roading to do. You've got to go through Rouen and then as far as you can up towards Dieppe on the motorways, and then cut across back roads. Work out what we're doing once we're in Dieppe, because Same as coming this way. I've never done it before, no idea what it's about. But it does seem to be the more sensible option, because Operation Brock is well and truly in effect still. It's absolute chaos on the Dover-Calais crossing. And to add to that, the Goods Vehicle Movement Service has crashed and burned and has been down for about a week now. So no one's been able to generate any GMRs or anything like that. So how long did that system last for before it crashed? 3.5 months? Cool. Morning, it's 9 o'clock, nice and lovely line. About another, what, 2.5, 3 hours before we clock on and get going. But paperwork, because we are getting ready. Border Force document. That's basically, if I do my checks and then fill that in, that legally covers me. If I find immigrants in the back, CMR I'll need. Carne, I think this is all good. The only other thing I need after that is my passport. Passport, there we go. Add that to the pile. And then I suppose all we do now, have breakfast, check the truck over and just watch the traffic. Slowly go. Give me a chance to drink his drink. But we're all good. The final day in Europe. It's about 3 hours to the port. Yeah, he's following, cool. And let's see what this whole process of checking in Dieppe is like. One thing I forgot to say is just how much lighter it is once you come north. Even just from the south of France to the north, it's a massive noticeable change. Pretty much every day of the week I was down in Ventimiglia, it was getting dark by about 7:30. I've come up to just near Paris last night, and at 8 o'clock it was still daylight. It wasn't until about 8:30, 9 o'clock it finally got dark. Just on the outskirts of Dieppe. I can smell the coffee factory. There's one in Banbury in the UK. If you're ever driving up or down the M40 and the wind's blowing in the right direction, you can smell all the coffee. Second exit, car ferries. Car ferries this way. I think this is the last road now. It's simply a case of descend down the hill into the port. And there's the ocean, so, well, sea. Which that gives us a good indication that we are pretty much at the port. There's the port. I see a handful of trucks in there already. Nothing too significant. Just coming up to 1:30, so another 5 hours until the ferry gets here. It's going to be the exact same one. There's only one ferry that goes back and forth. There's a truck on UK plates. Bonjour. Do you need the booking as well?
Okay, there you go. The booking is on waiting list.
Yep.
So you go parking B.
Parking B.
At 6, you come back at the driver lounge, okay?
6, yep. Okay, merci. Bonjour. Okay. To keep things moving along, they're making me go up to the parking and they'll bring the carne back later, which I hope they do. I'm not going to go anywhere for a while. I'm here till 6 o'clock at the very least. Minimum. That's assuming I can get on the boat. Where shall we park? Somewhere near the driver's room, really. do. Sticker on brake, and then nearly 2 o'clock, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 hours, and then go and walk in and see if there's a spot on the boat for me. That's pretty much all I can do. Well, here comes my carne, at least I think. That didn't take too long. Right, CMR, cool, passport, where did I put that? There it is. MRN stuff, authorization letter, that's the opening stamp. The white one for the French, that's all filled in, stamped, dated, blah 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 blah, yep. And that one has no writing on it because they have taken away the voucher. Cool. I don't know if I've been given a bay number, they just said parking B. I think you're good to go, you should have gone to the left there, I think. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Oh, he got booked on the boat and I'm on standby. That's not fair. What I'd prefer to see for the next 4 hours is not a single truck coming through that gate, because that means my chances of getting on this boat go up. Looks pretty busy, but that's only one queue. And that second queue, that red truck just there, is the back of lane 4, so that's probably around 15, 16 trucks right there. Lane 1 and 2 aren't that busy actually. So, well, there's what, 20, 25 trucks total? I think there's a fair chance that I'll get on this boat. Here's my ticket, boarding pass ticket. What is all this? Oh, I think he's given me someone else's. Oops. Better hand that one back. Let's try down this way then. Boarding pass. Or am I going left? Uphill. Okay. Bottom deck looks full. Top deck's the only one left, I think. Suspension up, just until the trailer comes up with us. A bit more room than the Greek ferries, at least anyway. Tight fit. Yeah, this is a full to the rafters ferry. A lot fuller than it was on the way out, that's for sure. Oh dear. I'm so glad I didn't eat dinner on that crossing. The second half of that crossing, that was rough. And even though I didn't eat anything, I was still not in brilliant condition by the end of it. fridges to the left, curtain siders to the right. Fridges get the old gamma ray scanner, curtain siders get a dog and a probing. Oh dear, it's busy, busy, busy. It's a problem. I need to do customs. There ain't no parking spaces. I know what I'll do. I'll park up on the far side like what the other ones do. Nowhere near ideal, but that's what it's going to have to be, I'm afraid. That's the carnet done in record time for the UK. No spaces available, so I'm just going to have to go. So it's lucky I wasn't planning on doing a ferry movement there. So I'm about 5 minutes off of my hour. What is it? 11 o'clock at night UK time. Literally every proper parking area will be taken. So a lay-by it's going to have to be, I think. Not ideal. But it's not quite the same as a lay-by just outside of Barcelona. A little bit more safer than that. I've never had a problem yet in the UK parking in a lay-by. Looking for lay-bys, but the first couple have been full. This one might be a bit more promising. That'll have to do there then. A long way from ideal, but midnight you are never going to get a parking space in the services. Pease Pottage is the closest one, which is quite small, guaranteed to be full. You've got, going in the wrong direction for me, Clackett Lane, that nearly always fills up pretty quick as well. And then in the other direction, the way that I'm going, you've got Cobham services, that again fills up almost instantaneously. I think this is going to have to be it. Morning, all ready to go. Day 17, I think, which I think is the longest I've ever been hooked up to a trailer for. So I did have that to Greek trip, but I dropped the trailer in Greece. I've got to see if I can get out of here now, because it's rush hour. There's a nice big gap. Let's try and get out in that one. Come on, engine. None of you still cold. 1140 west. That's what we want. Up towards Beaconsfield services, and turn off and go over the back roads towards Amersham. This is the eastern outskirts of Amersham, tucked away in a really random little corner somewhere is a teeny tiny little industrial estate with a big old entertainer warehouse somewhere down a little back road. That doesn't really look like you get to it down that way, but it is the way to go. Over the bridge, a left turn. That doesn't look like an industrial estate, but it is. Looks more like houses than an industrial estate, but it is. in a housing estate, you've got an entertainer warehouse. Just hope the guys are in to take all their gear. Because it's not the entertainer, they just use it as storage. Well, I can't get hold of nobody, but the gates have opened up, so I'll drive in and see if I can find someone in here. What's the best way to do this now? I've got these vans in the way, really. Stick it in the middle of the yard for now, since that's where I loaded up. Forklift can get to both sides. Well, there we go, job done. Incredibly windy at points, and the odd dodgily stacked pallet, but that's not overly surprised because everyone was rushing to get out, and then all the loaders wanted to rush the trucks to be loaded, so it's not a massive surprise that some of the pallets were below par, but that's how it goes sometimes. Right, these two vans have moved out the way, so that means I can swing round in the yard now. That's me done finally after 17 days. All I've got to do now, head back to the yard, drop this trailer, wash my unit, clean the inside, pack all my gear up, go home for the grand sum of one day. And then a nice early job Saturday morning, drop off at the Savoy Hotel, wherever that is, no idea. And I think I've got a Sunday off as well, probably. So that's it, 17 days on the road. Monaco, a lovely little job, a place that you don't expect to get sent to because it's so tiny and small and not really suited for trucks. But there we go. This road was not open last time, was it? Because I came the way that I did last time from over the right there. Saw a van and saw that there was no concrete blocks this way. So they finished it up in the last couple of weeks or so. I'm currently on a dead-end road according to my map, and there are no roundabouts. So the road finishes here, it comes up there and turns that way, and then this is a dead end according to my map. So that's definitely in need of an update. It's much simpler than driving over into Beaconsfield though. There we go, back on the motorway. Very windy. So, before I get blown over, I'll bid you farewell, and until next time, see you then.